Hi there folks, and welcome back. So let me show you now another trick before doing the quantitative post-processing. Another trick now to manipulate the geometry. So here we have the aircraft, and let me go here. You have the indexes. So this aircraft is subdivided like this, okay? So we have all these surfaces, and in particular, let me go and let me extract. So let me apply this one to this one, and I only want the wing and the strake, or actually I only want the wing. So if you take a look at this one, look at that, the wing, it has a single surface, okay? So for instance, if you want to do the quantitative post-processing and plot over the surface, to be more specific, let me put a plane there and normal here, and let's say that in that line that you see, in this line that you see there, you want to plot, that it would be the next video now. So you want to plot the pressure, okay, but this is not subdivided in top and bottom, so it still is nice, but many times you want to have the intra, those extra, those subdivided. So how can we manipulate this? So my first advice, do that at the CAD level, at the meshing level. But if for some reason you cannot do that, or you are not willing to modify everything, it can be done here to some extension. I cannot guarantee that is possible, but let me show you the trick, okay? So basically you have an idea not what we're going to do, but let me show you that with an easier geometry, and then we apply it to this. So let me go sources, let me get a sphere. Okay, let me increase here to make something nicer, a smoother sphere. And if you can see, this is what we have. So basically I want to split this sphere, okay, into top and bottom, okay? So how can I do that? So you can go and do the selection, okay? There is no problem doing that. Maybe, well, let me go through everything, this one, but you are going to become crazy. So in this case, it's relatively easy, okay? But you have more complicated geometries that the wing is a little bit more tricky. So one way to do that, okay, so let me increase it to make it nicer, 32, okay, so there you go. So what we can do, let me go search, let me compute normals, surface normals, and now we have the normals information, okay? But in particular, let's say that I want to get everything now above, let's say, this imaginary line that you see here. So let's see the normals and set. And you say everything that is larger than 0, put it in one object, and everything below 0, put in one object. One, you can use any normal, so it's up to you. And this is one way to do it. So now that you have here, compute your normals, you can do it in several ways. So for instance, I can use the threshold here. So let me use this one, select normals, we say set, and let me go from 0 to 1. Apply that, and there you go. And then you can select the other part and do the same. So let me select here, and let's do the same. Okay, normal, set, and put here 0, extract, and there you go. So you have this one, means that, let me put this a little bit larger. Get that section, okay, probably will be 0.1. There you go. So a very nice way to split your geometry. So the same concept, we're going to use it for the aircraft, okay? So let me erase this. In this case I use normal, but you can compute any quantities, up to you. So let me go back here, and we have this block now corresponds to the wing. Okay, so what we can do here, so you have this, let's compute normals. It's not highlighted, so it's gray out, so remember extract surfaces. Now that you apply this filter, you can go and surface normals, And at this point you are all set. Let's say, let me visualize by, let me use normals there, and you have all the normals. And this specific case, see that it's quite easy to split the wing. So now you can get top surface, bottom surface, and the tip there. Okay, so it will be relatively easy to do that splitting. Remember, you can go here and you can start to do the selection. Probably you are going to become crazy. Well, this geometry is relatively easy, so you can do it, but there are more complex geometries and things can get really tricky. But this is a clever way to do things, in a very parametric way. So you can add here the straight. The straight you will see the same. And I'm going to do a little bit as an exercise, and you have the whole geometry. You can do all these operations. So find the quantity that you can use to do this splitting. Usually normals is something that it works. You can use distance. See, for some reason, that everything above one value 0, it will correspond to a surface. Use that, so it's up to you. So let's start to do the subdivision here. Okay, so you can use this one. By the way, you can have click here by implicit function, and you can use a scalar. Let's say, okay, I need to split the scalar. So let me do first this one, okay, and then we do the other, or probably you got the idea of the other. Apply this one. I select set, and let's say -1 to 0. Apply, and there you go. Okay, let me see. So yeah, we extracted everything. We have the top surface, and let's do the same now. Normals set from 0 to 1. Select the other. Apply. I extracted there that one probably, so I would recall I need to increase this value there to get it. Okay, there you go. It's not there anymore. So put this here, and look at that. You have your two surfaces. Now threshold one that you can call it rename, and you can call it top. This one you can call it rename bottom. And let me go here and let's apply this one as well here, and let me put this one done. If I will recall, it will be something 0, 0, 1 maybe. Okay, there you go. I catch that one. Fantastic. So quite easy now. You split your geometry, and let me put some colors there. You put this one, this one I assign this color, and that one is okay, that color. So perfect split geometry. And now you can use some other filters later. In our next video, we're going to see how to do the sampling on the surface. Now we can use a slice, and on top of that will be this. Now, so in that intersection we can plot, and now you have to split everything, and it will be much easier now when you plot and separate things. So as you can see, there are many ways to do things in ParaView. Now just find ParaView, just find you need to find the right filter. As you can see, there are many options there, many plugins. So another way to do things. So the other way that I wanted to do, actually I haven't tested that one. I feel very comfortable doing it in this way. So I mentioned let's do it using the clip with an implicit function. So if you go here, you can apply that clipping that we have seen, but also remember that you have this scalar. You need to access the normals. We don't have it there because it has to be a scalar. So in particular, let me apply calculator. Let me call nset. And it's here. I don't see the normals. Point data. Where do I have the normals? Surface normal. Okay, now I need to apply here. Surface normal, calculator, and I should have it there. So and set, that will be my scalar. Apply, and there you go. with the colors, quite nice. And now I would like to use this one. We mentioned that you have the scalar here. Hopefully everything will go fine here, and apply this one and see that extracted this one. Okay, so I'm testing for the first time this, so hopefully everything will go fine. Let me go now and set. Okay, let me apply another one here, scalar, and set, and you can go negative, and let me go positive. Okay, so it capture all that. Okay, you have the top. So previously, what do I have? Okay, I have the top. Okay, so let me go probably negative to get the bottom. Okay, well, this is where it would be to use invert, and you get the other. Okay, and there you go. So another way, not as easy as the previous one to control, but as you can see, also this using this implicit clipping, you can do that. Okay, so now another trick now you have there. So to revisit, we cover a few filters, new filters, the subdivision, smooth, triangulate, loop subdivision, the merge filters that later we're going to use, and now in the next videos we're going to focus now on plot overline these filters here. I want to bring another filter that will become helpful later, like clean. You will see here that you have clean, and then triangle strip somewhere here that I think we have. I don't recall strips, triangles. Here it is gray out, but later we can use it. So we're going to use a new filter, but there will be more specific now to plot over a surface. So that's all. Okay, thank you, and see you next video. Bye.